cryptocurrency breaking news room, and this is your host, old Vincenzo, and we're going to go over the latest breaking news and regulatory laws that are being introduced into the coin world. And it's most importantly, to stay up to date on all of this is to hit that subscribe button, the like and the share, and most importantly, the bell notification to stay up to date and sidestep the old criminal gangsters that are out there trying to fleece, heist, and shiest you, yes you, the retail trader. Join old Vincenzo. Peace and love to my beautiful audience. Vincenzo's Go Crypto investing in a bloodbath today in the cryptocurrency market. You can see Core Scientific sold over 1,100 Bitcoin in August for $26 million. The Texas-based cryptocurrency mining firm Core Scientific produced 1,334 Bitcoin in August and sold 1,125 Bitcoin of the stash for approximately $25.7 million in June this year, when the crypto market and Bitcoin particularly dipped to record low in years. Core Scientific parted with over 7,000 Bitcoin for $167 million. And I've went into this a few times why this is the case. If it cost Core Scientific, say $21,000 to mint a Bitcoin, and the price is below that, they have to not only sell the Bitcoin they just minted, but they have to sell Bitcoin that they have in their stash to cover the cost to mine that one particular Bitcoin, right? So when the price is very low, specifically when it's below the cost of mining, not only do they have to immediately sell into the open market the Bitcoin that they mined, but they have to sell stored Bitcoin that they mined in previous years at cheaper prices to make up the spread, so they break even and can continue mining and keep the operations flowing. And when they have to sell Bitcoin out of their stash and they have to mine and instantly sell the Bitcoin, that's adding more Bitcoin to the pot in a bear market, which means it drives the price down because it's adding in more coins when there's a lot of sellers and very few buyers, right? So it's kind of a cascading feedback on itself. And I've been warning about this since the beginning of the year in the Bitcoin price. One of the leading crypto mining companies announced that August had been a highly successful month for the firm. In the past 4 weeks, it increased its self-mining hash rate by developing thousands of new ASIC servers. Self-mining and coalition activities continued to grow in August. We deployed more than 25,000 new ASIC services in August, increasing our total hash rate to over 21 EHSs. Both our total hash rate and self-mining hash rate represent the largest operating capacity of any listed company in North America, said Mike Levitt, CEO of the organization. Production was also production. It's like their production of actually mining a mine. Production was also on a high level last month. Core Scientific mined 1,334 Bitcoin thanks to the development of approximately 17,000 new servers. Additional 43,000 self-mining servers are expected to reinforce the company's operation before the end of 2022. In August, Core Scientific generated nearly $26 million by selling 1,125 BTC at an average price of $23,014 per coin. As of the end of the month, it held 1,409 Bitcoin, nearly 28 million calculated at today's prices, and approximately 47.2 million in cash. The entity is among the giant in its field and one of the few whose shares are publicly traded. To enter NASDAQ, it struck a $4.3 billion SPAC, special purpose acquisition company deal with power and digital infrastructure. Upon joining the online global marketplace in 2021, its stock were hovering around $10 due to the ongoing bear market, though they dropped significantly and currently trading at about $2.10. So that's something to keep an eye out on as the Bitcoin price continues to fall. And if we look at the Bitcoin price in this evening's update, it's consolidating down after another leg to the downside. And now we are in this orange support zone, and that is aka the last line of defense to the shithouse, and we're getting ever so close to that 13,336 Bitcoin price, and the prediction was made when the price was at 63,336 and rising last year, and we have much lower targets, as we do feel, or I do feel at the very least, if we zoom out to the macro time frame. You see that circle down there? I don't think we're getting that low, but I could see a way where we get all the way down into this area, right? Somewhere in this area right here, right? Between $7,469 and $1,900, I could absolutely see a Bitcoin price floating around in here and being more than 90% down from its all-time high. But that is something that I have to keep paying attention to for you, my beautiful audience. And you can see the last time we talked about that, we had a different scheme in the background. But I could absolutely see a price of Bitcoin down way, yeah, absolutely, way down there. But I think we're going to be coming down after we hit that $13,000 target. And then once we hit 10,000 or slightly below, there's going to be a big bounce somewhere. In the area I'm actually targeting, if you check this out, is this area of the next old run. The middle run that we had after we hit 20,000. And then if see, you always got to look left in the chart. And then after we had this big blow off top there, and then we consolidated, and then we capitulated down, when we had this next run up and to start off to show that was the bottoming pattern, and then we had a big run up, right? This whole area right here, I could see, I'm pretty sure the Bitcoin price is going to come down to that. And that's why that red support zone or the shithouse starts about there. And you notice that's why you always have to look left on the chart. And I do believe the price is going to actually come back into this area because there's a lot of buyers. See this big consolidation range right there? That's a big consolidation from July 2019 all the way to March 16th of 2020, right after the COVID flush. And that's a 2-year consolidation. So that's a lot of buyers in this red support area. So when the price does come back down into here, and I believe it will in the next month or two, once the price gets in here, you could have a big rocket shot right off the bat when it comes down there, because there are a lot of buyers down there, right? When you have a big consolidation like that, and then another big consolidation like that over here, look at all this trading over about a 3.5 year to nearly 4-year period that happened right in this local red support zone. Look at all that trading, and look at all this trading. It's not just going to go by the wayside. There's a lot of buyers down there, right? A lot of those people that haven't bought into this hype, and they might have sold some of their stack, they are salivating to buy Bitcoin down here. And that's why this is our golden pocket of accumulation, right? That's where you'd want to max accumulate your Bitcoin, even though I could see a way where you could actually get a little bit lower. But I think there's going to be a lot of buyers there. And then if you looked at the price, I could see how this drops all the way into here and then quickly rallies back up to $23,000 to even $30,000 and looks something like this. And then it could roll back over if the bear market's not over. But I could see a big bear market rally right off the bat once we get down into here, because I believe it would flash a wick down into there. I don't believe it would trade slowly. I think we would have a big flash like that right there, like that right there, and like that right there. I think once you got close to here in a consolidation, it would just have a big wick to the downside. And from current price, you can see how extremely low that is. From current price, that's another 50 to 68.69% to the downside. And that would bring you, oh, of course it would delete that, Jesus. And that would bring you, as I put this back on here, I mean, it's just how this shit happens to work. Get that over here. Move. Come on. Now this is going to make this extremely difficult. Move that down here. And then lock it. Or unlock it. Unlock. We actually have to change this because this is actually the last line of defense to the shithouse. Lock. And this up here is just a local support zone from the old all-time high. And of course, this would give me major problems to try to hit. Like, what are you hitting? let's change that to blue. That's the color that's supposed to be. But from from the old all-time high in Bitcoin to that crash low, look at from the top, just getting down to the bottom part of the shit house, that's a 95% drop, right? But I could see a big bounce happening there, and that could be where a lot of money could be made as the price crashes, and then you come all the way back up and start consolidating into here. And then if you zoomed out to the weekly time frame, you could see how that would look. See that? And that would kind of be similar to that flash crash and then the big return right there. You notice that? Notice how similar that would look right here if we came up and did something like that, right? So that's something that I'm watching out for, and that's something that could be a major buying opportunity to get massive gains and to get those quick returns that people are looking at, because that could be a 4, 5, 600, you heard that correctly, 600% move in Bitcoin as we progress into this bear market. But I don't think the bear market would more than likely be over there. I think it would come back down and have to confirm a double bottom of sorts. And then if the bear market was over, could confirm that double bottom and then trade farther up to the upside. So I believe this would be, unless you're a long-term hodler, that would be a great spot to long-term hodl. But on a swing trade where the price could flush, everyone's losing money, and you can make 600% return on the way up if you just happen to buy it here and the price action did what I think it's possibly going and could do in the future. That is how you can make a 600% gain on the next major macro swing trade in the Bitcoin price, right? And then if we look at the XRP, I know it's just talking about the same thing in XRP, but if you look at this, you notice how we had this big pattern that we called out, right? But then another pattern that you almost had a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder on an inverted or a slanted head and shoulders, and your neckline would be like this. You can see neckline, 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 neckline. See that? And then you would take from the top of the head, and since it's slanted, you would come down at a slanted angle to the neckline and come out to the point of a breakout, and look where that target gets you. That gets you right down there in XRP, nearly to $23,161, right? So we have multiple targets that have led us to believe that the XRP price is coming down to that 18 to 20 cent summer target that we have. But something else that I've started to notice here after this big breakdown of that possible neckline right there, you can see as we make this smaller and we change colors because that's hideous, right? Something else that I've noticed is this consolidation that's going on right here. Just suppose that this is a big consolidation and then some kind of a weekly time frame bearish continuation pattern, and you would go from the top to the point of a breakout, and that could get you all the way down there near that 11 cent target, to where if we look left, you can see on a wick down, we had 11 cents back here in March of 2020 on the COVID dump, and then we had 11 cents back here a long time ago, back in 2017, when XRP on this chart was very young still. But I think there's a way where we get even lower than 18 to 22 cents, and that's why I have our golden accumulation zone in XRP all the way down here. And just say, use your imagination, right? Imagination land, and say that this did actually mature out and play out, and we came all the way down here in the second big leg to the downside. After that was leg one. What do you think would happen when the price flashed wick to 11 cents? You're going to have a major double bottom right there, right? There's a lot of buyers down there, and the price would immediately skyrocket, I would think, all the way back up to this 30 to 35 cent area, right? And just like the Bitcoin price, on a swing trade, if you were patient enough and strategic enough to understand the swing trade, because just like Bitcoin, the bear market might not be over, but you would have a huge rally. You can make nearly 200% to get back up into that major upper resistance off, and that's fairly quickly. That's not a 5-year 200%. That could be in a matter of a week or two. Same with Bitcoin. When you wick down to some of these low levels and you come all the way up, and then you start trading like this, and then you could either get some support and trade to the upside and be in a major bull run, or this is just a bear market rally, temporary, and then it flushes down can't hold a double bottom, and then it trades back down to the downside and hit some of these very low targets. But that would be a great spot for long-term holding if you hit that 15 to 11 cents. And what I'm calling for here is a beautiful swing trade, a gorgeous swing trade opportunity that can make you 300 to 600%, and Bitcoin can make you 6, 5, 6, 700% if you play the chart right, and if you play the news right, and if you play the momentum, and you understand and have a game plan to 1000x your life, 1000x your standard of living, and 1000x the quality of what you're doing in your life, and having fun, and getting to do the things that you want to do, and having the freedom and the financial stability to do it. And that's how we're going to 1000x our portfolio and 1000x our standard of living, by understanding the charts, by understanding the economics that go into, and the monetary and fiscal policy that drive this nation and dictate the Bitcoin direction, whether it be a bull or a bear market. And we understand the swing trading opportunities by studying the chart, by going back in the chart, and by identifying the probable areas where the buyers are going to strike, at least for a short term. And that's what we're looking at, and that's what I'm going to be following, and keeping you up to date on all the latest breaking news and coin movement and the cryptocurrency sphere. Peace and love to my beautiful audience as we 1000x our standard of living.